Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is about my trip to Goa with my friends here in India. Me and my friends planned about this trip as soon as I booked my flight to India. We decided to spend a weekend there so we could catch up on the last 2 years. So the booking of flight and the resort was all done while I was in Mexico. My friends had done that. I reached with my kids on Tuesday night in India, and on Thursday evening, I and my friends took our flight to Goa. So, this is Hyderabad Domestic Airport, and it's as beautiful as the international airport, too. But of course, it's a little bit crowded. Our flight was at 5:25, and we were there a bit early so we could just relax, talk, and have some coffee. We took Air Asia flight and it was on time and it was a very good flight. We reached Goa within 1 hour. I have been to Goa many years back when my kids were really small, me, my husband, and kids. So I really don't remember what we did. I only remember that we hired a bike and we went around and visited a couple of beaches, but I don't remember whether we stayed in South or North Goa. But this time, my friends decided that we would stay in South Goa, which is a little calm and quiet place to relax. If you want some happening pubs and happening things, then you have to book in North Goa, but our main motto was to just relax and enjoy. The airport was really small and we booked a cab just outside the airport, which took us to our resort in 20 minutes. Our resort was just 25 minutes away from the airport. It was called Royal Orchid Resort and it was a very nice resort, very beautiful, clean, and the perfect place to relax and enjoy. While on our way to the resort, I felt very nostalgic because this place, the South Goa, completely reminded me of Kerala, the state from where I am. I mean, Kerala is my hometown, but I visit Hyderabad because my parents live in Hyderabad and I grew up in Hyderabad. And this is the night view of our resort. It's just one side of the resort that I recorded, and it was beautiful. The day we reached, it was around 7 by the time we got into our room. So by 8 o'clock, we went to have dinner. Breakfast and dinner was complimentary from the resort, and I must say that it was super delicious. The food, they had a lot of choice, especially because I was going from Mexico. I was craving for Indian food, and they did have a lot of varieties, and I loved it. Another best thing about staying in this place was that the beach was right behind the resort. You could just, enter the beach from behind the resort, and that's what I like the most. Because, as I said, by the time we reached there, it was night, and we were really not sure if going to beach was safe. But this was just behind the place where we were staying, so we could nicely go to the beach and enjoy the beach at night. As I mentioned earlier, the morning breakfast was also complimentary, and that too was really delicious. We really liked it. On this first day of our stay, we booked a cab for 3 hours. Basically, because we woke up very late because we stayed up at the beach too late, and then since we were meeting after almost 2 years, we had a lot to catch up on, and we were talking whole night. So we slept very late, and we obviously woke up very late. So we just decided to directly go have lunch at a place, and hence we just booked a cab for 3 hours. We thought we would go have lunch there, and then while coming back, we thought we'll do a little bit of shopping. So we hired a cab which was just opposite to the resort. So we took a cab for 3 hours, which was around 3,000 rupees. And while we were going, it started raining. And we went to this place called the Fisherman's Wharf. This is one of the famous restaurants there in South Goa. So we went there to have lunch. It was in a beautiful location. Just beside the hotel was the sea, so the view was perfect. The service was great and the food was also excellent. On our way back, my friend wanted to buy some dry fish. So we went to this local market to buy dry fish, and this is how the market looked. Then we went for some shopping, but frankly speaking, I didn't find the quality of the clothes good. They were like one time wear or maximum two times. I don't think the quality would last long, and the prices were too much for the quality they offered. Then evening again, we went to the beach behind the resort. I think this is the only thing that we enjoyed the most. It was peaceful, but again after like 15-20 minutes, it started drizzling, so we had to go back. So this is the next day. The next day morning started with heavy rains, so we thought we might not go out. But then around 12 o'clock, we decided that we would rent a car instead of taking a cab because taking a cab for next 2 days would be really expensive. So we, took out a number from Google and called them, and they brought the cab car for us. So for 2 days, we paid around 2,900 and also some cash deposit for taking the car. You always need to take a video before taking the car just to make sure that they later don't make a fuss saying that you left a dent or you damaged the car. So but it's better that you take a video before you take the car. So my friend was the official driver for the next 2 days. She usually drives here in Hyderabad, so she was comfortable driving in Goa too. And then we decided to go see a fort. First, we decided to go to a famous restaurant. Actually, this restaurant is famous for its sunset view because it's little on the top. So, as you can see, the roads were very steep. So, we drove up to this particular restaurant, but of course, there was no sun. It was raining the whole day, so there was no point going there. But still, since it was very quite famous in South Goa, we thought we would go there and have our lunch. So this was the place where we went. It was our friend's birthday, so we celebrated her birthday too there. And the food was definitely good, but somehow I didn't really like the service there. I felt the staff was not, very courteous, and I felt they were a little rude. After that, we drove to a fort called Chapora Fort, but by the time we reached there, the fort was closed. So we came back to our room, and then I realized that I didn't take a room tour. So this is how our room looked, which right now is messy because we already stayed there a day. But yeah, I took a quick video of the room so you could see how it is. It was quite spacious and very clean, and the service was really great. They came every day to clean, and it was really comfortable for us, all three of us, to stay there. And then third day, which is our last day in Goa, we decided again to go to the fort because in the evening at 5 p.m. was our flight. So morning after having our breakfast, we drove to another fort called Agora Fort, and we drove. It took like 1 hour from our resort. So we drove there, and today, since it wasn't raining, it was very sultry, and we were sweating like anything. But we thought at least one place we need to see before leaving Goa. There were a lot of people, and there was also an entry ticket. So we took the ticket and we walked towards the fort. This is where we take the ticket, which is on the left side of the entry gate, and then you have to walk up to the fort. And as we reached to the top, it started drizzling, and there was water everywhere, and people were running here and there. But after 10 minutes, the rain stopped, so it was really convenient, and we could go around and see the fort. After visiting the fort, we had like 1 hour extra for us to go until the airport. So we thought, why not go do some shopping? And then this happened. We parked the car in front of the shop where we wanted to do some shopping. And by the time we came back, we had a clip on our car tire. That is where we went shopping. But when we came back, there was a clip. It seems that you're not supposed to park behind this white line that you see there, and we did wrong parking. So we had to wait there for almost half an hour for the policeman to come back, and then we paid him, the fine, and then we drove back to the airport. And luckily, we were on time. We were not late, and we had our lunch like around 4 o'clock because our flight was at 5. So we had our lunch there, and that's my favorite chole bhature, which I had like after 2 years. Another funny thing that happened while we were coming back is we actually booked our flight for 1 p.m. with Alliance Air, but they cancelled our flight at 1 and they rescheduled it at 5. And the flight, which was supposed to go in 1 hour to Hyderabad, took like 3 hours because it was going via, there was a layover at Mangalore and then to Hyderabad. So it took like 3 hours for us to come back to Hyderabad. So that was my trip to Goa. We had a great time. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.